He's on the air. Tune in, hey, he's everywhere.
You guys have sent in a ton of articles on AI NPCs lately. So we know you're curious about how they could change gaming, and we are too. But you know what's interesting?
What's that?
It seems like the holdup isn't just about waiting for the tech to catch up.
Yeah,
It's that the tech is already kind of tripping over itself.
it really is. It's not like gamers are being impatient or anything. Like,
Yeah.
there was this study we saw that said something like 99% of gamers
Wow.
think AI could totally change how they experience games. They're practically begging for it.
Yeah, they're ready to pay more for it too, so why hasn't anyone figured this out yet?
Well, the thing is, making AI NPCs isn't just about making them smarter.
Well,
It's about making sure they don't get too smart.
oh, interesting.
Like, AI is good at learning and adapting, right? But those things could actually break a game if we're not careful.
Now that you mention it, I did read something about AI hallucination. Is that what you're talking about?
Exactly. Imagine asking an AI to describe a city. It could do that, no problem, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now imagine asking it to describe a city made entirely of cheese.
Okay. Cheesy buildings, cheesy streets.
Right. It would do it, even though that's obviously impossible.
So it's like when my music app's AI wrote a sea shanty about Elon Musk going to Mars.
Yeah. Harmless in a song, maybe? But in a game?
Oh, yeah, big difference.
Even a small chance of hallucination, like 3%?
Which doesn't sound like much, but
But in a game that's hundreds, maybe thousands of little interactions?
yeah, you're bound to get some weird stuff.
Exactly. And it's more complicated than just that games have their own logic, you know?
Their own rule.
Right? Like if a blacksmith in a medieval game suddenly suggests a video game night.
Kind of takes you out of the experience.
Totally. It's not just about the AI knowing stuff. It needs to understand the game world itself.
You gotta play by the rules.
Exactly.
It's like when I tried to get an AI to write code for a website once,
Oh, yeah.
it spit out this jumbled mess. Like it technically worked,
Right.
but my website looked like something from the 90s. So how do we fix this? How do
Yeah.
we keep AI from going off the rails in our games?
That is the million-dollar question. And luckily, there are some very smart people working on it.
Oh, good.
There are companies like Convey and InWorld. They're building AI systems specifically for games.
Okay, so they're kind of tailoring the AI to the task.
Exactly. One thing they're doing is using something called reinforcement learning. It's like teaching a dog a new trick.
Okay, with treats and stuff.
Kinda. The AI plays the game over and over.
It's like practicing.
Right. And it learns what works and what doesn't.
So instead of just giving the AI all this information, we're making it learn by doing.
Precisely. They're also building what they call constrained AI models. These models have limits built in from the start.
So it's like giving them a set of rules to follow.
Exactly. Think of it like giving the AI a coloring book instead of a blank canvas.
I like that analogy.
It can still be creative, but it has to stay within the lines.
Makes sense. But even then, won't it be hard to predict everything a player might do?
Yeah,
Especially in these massive open world games?
absolutely. That's why developers are looking at dynamic narrative scripting too.
Okay, that sounds complicated. What is that?
It's basically AI that can change the story as you play.
No way. So the game reacts to what you're doing.
Yeah. It's super complex, but it could make games way more unpredictable.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
But speaking of unpredictable, you know what else I read about?
What's that?
Taking this AI stuff beyond just regular games. Like imagine a whole virtual world.
Like the metaverse.
Exactly. But instead of just empty avatars, it's full of realistic AI characters.
Okay. I'm listening.
Imagine walking through a market and the shopkeepers remember you.
That would be cool.
Or you could haggle with them for a better price.
Now that's what I'm talking about. But that would be a whole other level of complexity.
Totally. One article said it's like the difference between visiting a ghost town and a bustling city.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Like a ghost town is cool to look at, but it's dead.
Right.
A city is alive with people and stories happening everywhere.
And AI could make these virtual worlds feel more like that.
Exactly. They'd feel more real, more human.
It would be like stepping into a movie.
Right. And imagine going to a concert in the metaverse.
Oh, man.
But the band is made of AI musicians who jam along with the crowd.
That would be wild. Or what about attending a lecture by an AI expert
They can answer your questions on the fly.
and tailor the content to what you're interested in?
It's like having a personal tutor for anything you can imagine.
Exactly. Though I'm sure some people might find that a little creepy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It does make you think about what's real and what's not.
It blurs the lines for sure. But before we go too far down that rabbit hole,
Right.
maybe we should talk about what all this means for the future of gaming.
So where does this all leave us? Are we about to see a golden age of gaming? Like one where AI NPCs are so good you can't tell what's real anymore?
Well, I don't know if I'd put it like that. It's not really a black and white thing.
Yeah, that's fair. It's easy to get caught up in the hype,
Uh,
or the fear for that matter.
exactly. Any new tech is going to be like that. But the important thing is to approach it thoughtfully.
So instead of asking if AI NPCs are good or bad for games,
All right.
maybe the better question is, how can we make sure it makes games better without losing what makes them fun in the first place?
Now you're getting it. Games are all about taking us to other worlds, right?
Yeah,
They challenge us, tell us stories, bring us together. If AI can do more of that, then the sky's the limit.
it's like we're on the edge of something completely new, a whole new kind of entertainment, where it's hard to tell where the player ends and the character begins.
Right, and where the creators might not even know what the creations are going to do next. That's exciting.
And kind of scary.
Definitely. But that sense of wonder is what keeps us coming back for more.
That's so true. So to wrap things up, we've been exploring AI-powered NPCs.
Right. And how they could change the way we play and experience virtual worlds.
We talked about the challenges, the solutions, and even some pretty deep questions about what's real and what's not.
And the best part is,
What's that?
we're just getting started.
Yeah.
This is still the early days. Who knows what the future holds?
Exactly. So until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep playing.
And let us know what you think about AI and PCs.
Hit us up on social media or email. We love hearing from you guys.
See you in the next deep dive.